So these are things from my collection. When I first started, it's like nobody believed what I was seeing, so I just took liberties to just go crazy with the paint. And this one is pretty much bedazzled. I was like, just go crazy with it. It's kind of interesting because it's like you almost see like a tail there and a paw there, and it's like a animal howling to the moon. But I think there's a big something about transformation or petrification. Like if you have something that's leather, it's gonna harden maybe. There was a couple pieces here I found in like a similar area of my yard. There's some things I just cannot speak about. I saw enough. And, like if you go into like ancient Egypt, because of the arid climate, so many things were preserved very well. But if you were, in North America, we have like, swampy. We went through all different kinds of climate that changes. It gets icy. It gets warm. Things break down. Things change. And I'd find some pieces that had, like, I would say, for instance, like if, like this one, like I color the edges. If this side was an animal that was howling at the moon, but then I would turn it, and then there's an animal looking down over here at the left, and maybe that's something that's an animal head, I don't know, but it's like, okay, so I had this animal here with its kind of back laying to the side. There was, just like flipping it around. It had so many different things. I found things that had some very deep metaphors in them. So this piece, touching it, I left the bottom kind of a little bit like plain. What I kind of see here, looking at this angle, I think this is like animal hide that's been stitched. But I see like an animal nose, like an animal that's laying on its side. Okay, well, this is the head, but and it what might look like sandstone. I think those are hair follicles. And so like the mouth is open here, like a nose here. So if I turned it, I couldn't tell what shape it was, and so I traced it, and I kind of got this adorable little cat. And there were stitch marks. I'm zooming in. I'm going to get my pen here. And this area here that kind of makes up this tooth, and I don't want to jump to the conclusion and say, yeah, that definitely is a saber-toothed cat. That's actually like stitch marks that are embroidered. Okay, that sounds crazy. And then, you ever seen your cat sleep sometimes in this weird position? Okay, so like there's an elbow right there. The paw is going over the head. That's its eye, its ear, the nose, mouth. I mean, this had so much detail. There was even stripes on its back. So, I mean, this would be like the back leg. I think that, I want to say, I think the tail is short. I'm not sure. I was trying to debate if it was short or long. I think it's short. So, yeah, so this is what I got. I mean, the color was just in my head, okay? I just, because it was what I had on hand. I kind of got stripes out of that. But that's tracing, 100%. You can't trace color. But that's what I got was this guy. Okay, so the same area. I really feel like that area that I was working in, I was trying to grow roses in that area, and it did, I have to say, between the area that I cleaned out and I was digging and I was trying to grow roses, I was trying to get rid of all the trash and debris that had cluttered in that. It also caused a problem between me and my brother, who was a neighbor. For some reason, he thought it was an area to dump in, and I don't really want to get into that, but some kind of bad energy there. I feel like it was a child's grave, but I was trying to clean it out and do something with, and it's weird how it became like a tree line. This one I picked up, and it's like pretty much like the same type of material as this one. It's very lightweight, it looks like a rock. So I traced it, and what I got is the sleeping bear. I'll go back to this one. Sleeping bear shape with the head over at the right side. I put a lot of paint on it because I was trying to find patterns and shapes. I wish I didn't, because it kind of ruined the way it looks, but what I got with this one was, if you looked over here, was a child's face. There's the nose, mouth, and this was on another area. And then I got in the middle was this image of like a mother holding a child. So I think I'm going to take some alcohol base and just kind of remove all this paint, because I mean, it's just a sad piece when I hold it, you know. There's so many meanings and things in it, but it could be why I had so much bad luck and things happened to me, because I didn't know what I was opening up or what I was looking at. But like I said, ignorance is bliss. Yeah, so this has that same kind of suede-like feel. This end, you see the face that I found in that. And then there's the bear that's laying down. Over here, this is frightening me, because it's almost if it looks like two hands. What can you say on these things? Maybe I'm wrong. So like this one, like on this side, it's like there's a thumb. I'm gonna get my pen. Please let me be wrong. Okay, thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4. be here. It's like two tiny hands. What am I looking at? And then that's like, looking to the left, it's like a face of an infant. There's some things I can't repeat. Just cannot. And that one's very hard to say, so I hope I'm wrong about that. I feel like it's something about transformation. You know, there's the mammoth and the cat head. This is affirmation here. Because I just said something I'm just kind of questioning here. Yeah, there were things I just can't repeat what I saw. There's one piece I found that had it was a flat piece. I don't have it here to describe. So I'm just gonna put something there to look at. The piece was flat, and when I traced it in gold, much like this one here, it looked like a hand, like cupping a hand that was cupped. I'm gonna zoom out. It was like a hand that was cupped, and in the hand was a bird. Let's see if I can get this right. I don't know if I can ever find that piece again, but when I flipped it over, the hand became like a snake that was eating the bird, if I can remember that correctly. And I realized that some of these pieces were very intelligent, that they were metaphors. Some of them had like a certain sense of humor in them. And so there's something very lost about some of this. And I'm finding this with, a civilization that existed, with the mammoths. They knew about this. They knew the difference between two species of animals.